Alrighty, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do some stretches and things with this thing here, which is called a TheraBand. And what this is, it's latex free. They make some with latex, but this one's latex free, and I like it a little more because it has a little bit more grip. It's not as plasticky. It's more kind of rubbery, and it's not as slick. But what this is a TheraBand, and it's normally well, you can see how wide it is, like that. It's probably about 4 inches in width, and they're normally on rolls, and you can just cut it to whatever length you want. And I'd say this one is about arm's length. It's about like this, if I spread out my arms. And what I have done, since I'm a C5, 6, 7 complete quadriplegic, you don't have use of my fingers, I've actually tied a knot in both ends, making a hole or a loop like this, to where I can actually put my hands or fingers inside these loops. So what I do is I take this, I do these by myself, and I got a lever for a door handle. It's just a lever, and you just go like this and then open the door. So what I do is, there's one that's a little bit bigger than the other. If you want to strengthen your biceps, you want to put this on the hand that is closest to the knob, rather than this one, and then you will go like this and get out away from it a little bit, to where your arm is extended like this, basically, and to where it's like straight, and then you pull across your shoulder or torso like this, and you just do about 30 of those. If you want to strengthen your triceps, you put it in the opposite hand, or the hand slash arm that's farthest away from the knob, and put that around there like this, and get far enough to where if you put your arm like this, it's still tight, and then you want to keep your arm extended out and just go like this and pull it across your body like this out toward the edge. So I normally do 30 of those, and then just go like this all the way across to the other side, to where your arm is completely straight like this. So you go from one side straight all the way to the other side that's straight, and I do 30 of those, and there you go. So those are that on both arms. And actually what I do first is I'll just do bicep exercises to work my bicep, which I'll back up as far as I can to where my arm is just extended straight out in front of me, and then I'll just bend my arm like this all the way up to my shoulder or neck, kind of like you're doing curls, and I'll just like this and just keep going like this all the way till 30, and then I'll switch hands and I will do like this all the way till 30. And I normally do that one first, and then I'll do the ones where it's across. So after you got those done, right here, I turn it to where the knob or handle is behind me, and put my arm back behind me, kind of like this, and this will help, kind of like a wheelchair, manual wheelchair, which I'm trying to get into. And you just want to start back here, and then just have your arm straight all the way up to your knee, and you want to do 30 of these, and just keep going like this all the way till 30. And what that does is it strengthens the muscles back in here, your triceps as well, and a little bit of your shoulders. You can kind of go in a downward motion as well, and kind of bend your elbows just like you're in a chair, like a manual chair, and you're just rolling the wheels. So like this. So instead of actually going toward our knees, we're gonna, from our butt or back toward our knees, we're actually gonna go the opposite way and go from our knees back toward behind us, or our butt or back. So you just want to keep your arm straight and just go straight back, and this will help work your triceps, whereas the other one will work your biceps. So you do 30 of these, kind of go as far out as you can, and make sure you back far enough away from the knob to where if you extend your arm like this, it's still tight. You can see if I extend my arm, see how it's kind of loose, whereas if I put it down here, it's tight. That's how you want it. So you want to adjust your chair accordingly. And I put this down and lay it in front of my left wheel or right wheel, depending which arm I do, and I make it to where it is like this on the floor, like that, kind of like an L at a 90 degrees, and then I'll roll forward to where my wheel is actually over this, almost like someone's foot is on it, like they're standing on it, and I will put my arm up like this. And I normally put this around my wrist, which I'll do in a second, so I'll demonstrate here. So back up and put this in front of the wheel and lay it down at a 90 degree, like I said. And the closer you get to the middle of the band with your wheel, the harder it's going to be. So, just like this. So I normally put it around my actual wrist. So I'll put it like this, and then I'll just put this arm out to kind of counterbalance the weight, kind of like if you're carrying like a gallon of water in a bucket, and you just go like this, straight up, keep your arm extended. My arms don't really want to straighten up after my injury, but you just keep it as straight as possible, and this will also help your core get stronger for balancing, and so you don't fall over as much. So keep it extended, and then go up as high as you can, and then back down to the relaxed position, and then up, straight up, and do 30 of those. So that will strengthen your shoulders and kind of a little bit of both, more or less your triceps, I'd say, and also your core. And like the first ones that we did, where, or well, I guess it was the second ones, but I normally do them as the first, where we hooked it on the knob, and I had the knob in front of me, and I went like this and back, kind of like curls. You could do the same concept with this. You just have to get your wheel closer to the middle to hold on to it, but you would put this up, and you put your arm down like this, and then just go like this, and that would be the equivalent as bicep curls, which is probably better than doing them up there with the curls where my arm's straight out right here, whereas now my arm's kind of down and I go up, whereas here it's straight and it goes back. But this, if I go like this doesn't work my core as much as it did when I did the second exercise with it in front of me, because I'm actually pulling and trying not to fall over. So that's one you can do. And another one that you can do, which I actually thought of an idea here. Okay, so what I did was I made it to where my wheels were actually, my back wheels are facing that way rather than up here, which gave me a room to put this band in. And I'll go forward until my back wheels are on the band. And if you want to work your biceps, you will use the arm that's closest to that band, so like this, and you'll go kind of back, like over to the left and kind of back, like this, and you'll go straight up to the other side, and it works the biceps. But if you want to work the triceps like me, because I'm trying to get into a manual chair, you want to do the opposite hand or arm. So like this, like this right here, and you start down here like this, kind of back and to the other side, and you go from here, keep your arm extended all the way up like this, and this will work your triceps. So do 30 of both of those on each arm. I normally do 30 reps once a day. Actually, I do them, I've been doing them every day, but if you watch me lifting weights, I do that every other day, which you can see. Look at the muscles right there, you can see that. Me already just going like this, not even flexing, is a lot stronger than when I started therapy and back in March. But now I can flex, like you can see there. You can see that muscle working. It used to not be able to work, but if you keep working, nerves will connect and find reroutes, kind of like a GPS. If you go a different way than what it shows on the GPS, it'll kind of reroute, and that's kind of how your nerves work. So the last one is the same concept as we used on the back wheel just now, except it's going to be up high, and I normally have someone hold it up there, so they'll go like this, put their hands together and hold it, and go like this as high as they can, and I'll start from the opposite side and just go down to the other side like this, and go down and back up. But you always want to make sure that this TheraBand is tight, and to get the most full effect on it. And so if you want to know where you can get these, I got a link in the description of this video where you can buy these on Amazon. They're just latex-free TheraBands, which I highly recommend the latex-free, especially if you're like me and can't use your fingers to grab it. And then just tie a hole like this, and that'll allow you to just allow your hand to rest in there, and that goes around it. And then there's another link down below that shows the strengths of these and how many pounds it is. I believe it starts off with the green, which is the lightest, and then it goes to yellow, and then red, and then blue, which I have here, and then it goes to black, which is the next higher one than this one, and I believe the last one is silver or gray. But if you're wanting to know all that information, once again, the link is down in the description below, as well as where you can buy these. So hopefully they're not very expensive at all, definitely under $20, and I'm pretty sure that you can get multiple in the link that I have included below. I believe it has a light one, which would be like the green, the yellow, and the red, and then it has a heavy one, which would be the blue, the black, and the gray or silver. So there's two different ones, and I think you can buy them in a combo, and I believe they're actually under $20. So if you're looking for something like this to use and strengthen your arms, and I'm trying to get into a manual chair, and look at them puppies roll. So hopefully, if you were looking for this helped you out. Check out the link below, or the links below, I guess. And if you have any suggestions or video ideas or wondering how to do something, you can comment below. Or, yeah, that's that. So hopefully this helped you out here. And if you got any ideas, leave them in the description, or leave them in the comments, I mean. And also check out the description to read all kinds of stuff and find some links that I'm associated with. So hopefully this helped you out, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. But I highly recommend this TheraBand.